Okay children, now we shall be looking into the second chapter of Civics, that is Federalism. And the first chapter we have talked about is power sharing. The power sharing, as in the very first chapter I told you, both the chapters are very same. The word there we have used as power sharing, and here we are using it as federalism. This is the technical word of power sharing. And we have talked about it is horizontal and vertical form of power sharing. Particularly when you say it is federalism, we shall be talking about the vertical forms of our power sharing, that is your central, state and local forms, how the powers are shared. And in the first chapter we have talked about two of the examples, Sri Lanka and Belgium. And Belgium, it rectified itself and it came out and it went with a happy ending, whereas Sri Lanka did not come so. Sri Lanka continued with its own kind of its way, and it did not want, it was using its majoritarianism, and it did not want to go with any of the rectifications. So these two types are known as, in federalism what happens, or this federalism is practiced in democracy. And in democracy what happens, the power when we have in the central, say it is the Prime Minister, we are having the power, the central, and from there we have given the some of the powers to the state, and from there we have given some of our powers to the local, that is Panchayat Raj and municipalities. In Belgium, they have unitary level of government, means they did not have the second part and third part, they did not have, and neither the Sri Lanka also had, because they were very small countries. So many of divisions were not required, so it was like they were continuing with that. But Belgium, after a particular time, it thought of they wanted a second level, and they went off into a federal government. They divided themselves and they went into the federal, they went into the amendments of the laws, and finally they were successful. Whereas Sri Lanka did not want, and it was still continuing with the unitary government, and the Tamils wanted it to be a federal government, but it was all denied, and the Sinhalas were continuing with the unitary government, where slowly it has led off into your civil wars. See, what exactly is federalism here? A system of government in which the power is divided between the central authority and the various constituent units of the country, that is tier system. And generally this tier system in India we have started in the year 1947. When our constitution has been approved, and we went on and we have written in that one, and by 1915 we have become a republic country where the constitution was given to the country. In 1947 we have used two-tier system. We said it is the central and the state level. We started using it, but unknowingly our country was so very vast, it was unknowingly we were facing so many of difficulties. With these two levels of government itself, we could not solve many of the problems. We could not go into the interior part of the India. We could not reach the rural areas. For that, the thinking process was going, and it took time because we already had some other issues also. But bilaterally, the issues were being discussed, and by 1992, we have come out with one more good law that we are going with a next level, that is your municipality and the Panchayat Raj. So these systems, the way we have it is central, state and the local, these are the tier systems. This is what the tier system. First we had two-tier system in our country, and after some years in 1992 we came up with the next tier, that is the third tier system. In federalism, what is the limit of the tiers we can have? There is no limit exactly. But you cannot go with a single one, but at least you should have two, and you can have unlimited ones. And in the whole of the world, we have the limit taken by many of the countries. It is 2 or the maximum is 3. None of the country is with 4. We can take with 4, 5, 10, but not required. And in India, now in 1992, we have taken with the third tier. Is it enough? Is it going on well? Of course, it is going on well. If at all we had a need to go on with the fourth tier, we would have gone with the discussions. We would have gone with the bill submissions and all. But we did not do. Means third tier is doing well, and we have reached whatever the requirements of this country for the welfare of, we have reached to that level. Now coming to the features of federalism. We have 7 features here. The first one talking about 2 or more tiers. And we have, it is federalism. In the beginning we were talking about, it is a tier system, power sharing. When we don't have a tier system, where are the powers being shared? So it is compulsory at least 2. If one tier is there, which is not possible for you to share the power, so that is not a feature of federalism. The first part is 2 or more tiers are compulsory. More, as I told you, it is 2 is the minimum one, and there is no limit for the higher one. The second one is different tiers of government govern the same citizen, where each tier has its own jurisdiction. Here you will be talking about, we have 3 tiers in India. The first one central, the second is state, and the third one is the municipality or the local part. When we say this whole board is India, you are the citizen here. And whenever the state government is taking a decision, the Prime Minister is taking a decision regarding the rules of the citizen, you are also included in that. Now this is your state. In the state, when your state government is taking a decision, you are involved into that one. This is your local area. Again, when your local area is taking a decision, you are again involved. Means 3 levels of government have taken a decision, but you are the one here to be the same person. The same person will be having 3 tiers, everyone. And here jurisdiction means the area conformed to. When we say it is local, this is the locality or the municipality you are belonging to. So your municipality will be taking care about you. And the second municipality will be taking care about the citizens of those particular municipality, the area. Jurisdiction is the area confirmed, and they are supposed to take the rules accordingly. That is. The third one is the jurisdiction of each tier is specified in the constitution, and this is very, very important. The constitution decides what is the area or how we are dividing the whole of the country. India, it is divided into states, 30 states. Each state is divided into districts. Each district is divided into constituencies. This thing last year we have done. So these way, what is the area we have to divide, and how the area is being confirmed there, that is specified in our constitution. Amendments to the constitution happens only when the consent of all the tiers. When you talk about any kind of your amendments of changes are required, it is not possible that only the government or the Prime Minister of India is taking a change, is asking for a change and he has gone with a change. That is not possible in federalism. The government of India or Prime Minister, the central part, has to go with the consent of each and every state, and then only go with the amendment, or else it is not possible. And this is also specified in our constitution. Courts have the power to interpret highest courts, and they are the empires. Whatever is written in the constitution, so the constitution language or the law language, whatever is written, it is very difficult for us to understand. So we say that the court is having that power to interpret it in a proper way. This statement is given like this and it tells you this way. Being a common person, layman of this country, it is very difficult for me to understand what exactly this law is speaking about. So the court is given the power to interpret, to give the meanings of those things, and that they act as the empire. Whatever the meaning they have given, that is final. We cannot go with any kind of interpretations there. I thought it would be like this, I thought like this, those things will go wrong. Whatever the court has told, only that will be the final one, and court acts as an empire. Ensures financial autonomy. Here it is talking about every state has its own source of revenue, and the revenue it can raise, and it is separate revenues like it is. State has its own financial areas, and central will be having its financial areas. So how much is to be taken, it is having its own, it can take its own decision. Every state can take its own decision. Now finally we have dual objectives. The dual objective is to have the security of the country. In that we will be talking about, it is to safeguard and promote the unity of the country. A feature of federalism, this is the main one, going with the two objectives. That is to safeguard and promote the unity of the country, how we are supposed to unite, keep the people united, and how we are supposed to safeguard the country. That also is playing a very vital role in federalism. The second one is accommodates regional diversity. As India is a vast country with different diversities there, so it also plays a very vital role in accommodating. Is it possible that in the vast country like India, with 30 different states, with 30 different languages and different religions prevailing, when a particular law has been amended or been approved, that is that can be taken for the whole of the people equally? It's not possible. So this is how we are trying to accommodate one particular law for all the people equally is very important, which becomes again a very important role played by the federalism. The last one is very important one. Okay, in federalism we have two of the roots: coming together federalism and holding together federalism. In coming together, as you can talk about the examples like it is USA, these are small units which come together and they want to make them so very strong and they want to keep their security stronger. So this is coming together federalism. In holding together federalism, what happens? Example India. Like India is a vast country with lots of components inside. In that components, it is trying to hold itself properly and it is securing its whole of the country. This is holding together federalism.